Next, Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. Now you're thinking to yourself, this one has to be a good match. How hard can it be? Sting was a decent worker, Jeff Jarrett's a decent worker, throw them together and you will get a good match. You won't believe what happened in this match. I actually genuinely believe that if you're watching this, you should go and, after you finish watching this, go and find this match. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Go and find it. And you watch it, and you tell me why this was a good match. You tell me. So, they brawl on the outside, and then, literally a minute into the match, a fake Sting comes out. Now, he's dressed in 1989 Sting get-up. He's got green tights, he's got the makeup on. He gets owned! He gets Scorpion Death dropped on the ramp. We brawl into the crowd where we find another Sting. He's dressed up in 1991 Sting gear, also known as the Sgt. Pepper get-up. It's pink. He's got pink makeup on. And you can probably guess what happens. Yes, he gets owned. There's a lot of stun. You've got Jeff Jarrett and you've got Sting on each apron because of the stun. They're shouting at each other because, of course, the NWO, right, this is the thing, I'm watching this with Danny Ace, yeah, and the NWO Wolfcats music hits, yeah, and do you know what I actually said? I said, oh, it's Kevin Nash, just for a joke, and who is it? It's Sting, dressed in Wolfpack colours, oh god, and the thing is, it makes it even funnier, is he comes out, yeah, and starts having fun in the fucking crowd. Anyway, yes, he gets Scorpion Death dropped at the top of the ramp. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bit of control in there. There's actually some wrestling. Jeff Jarrett has a suplex on top of the ramp, but then another Sting comes out. Why wouldn't there? Why wouldn't there be another Sting? Goodness me. The thing is, he comes out of the ring. He rips a hole in the ring, drags Sting down into the ring, and he's in there for 10 seconds before he comes out, dragging fake Sting with him, who's busted open. Yay! Hooray! A Scorpion Deathlock. But then, how come Sting from under? Oh, we've done that one. Sorry, we've already done that. I'm getting ahead of myself. The lights go out. That's right. Of course, the lights. So after that, the lights go out, and yes, another. That's 5. Sting repels from the ceiling, and well, you can probably guess what happens to him, can't you? But then, this one is ridiculous because this Sting, the one who repels from the ceiling, is bald. So it's like they've gone to all this effort with the first 4 Stings to actually make them look like Sting. And to their credit, they do. All 4 of the Stings that you've seen so far look like Sting. This one is heavier than Sting, quite clearly, and bald. Why not? This one gets... fucking Christ, that's awful. He gets death drops through a table, which is nice. And I promise you this much, I wish I was making this up because, you know, this is like, yeah, I can see some of you going, fucking shut up, Mark, you're talking bollocks. No, I'm not talking bollocks. This is what happened. People were paying for this show. Oh, yes. But then, Sting number 4, do you remember him? He's the one who came out from under the ring. He's busted open. He comes out, hits, right, this is so fucking stupid. It doesn't, oh, just think about this one. Think about this one. Close your eyes and think about it. Listen to my words. Sting number 4 comes out and hits Sting, real Sting that is, with a guitar. Sting, the real Sting, no-sells it, beats up fake Sting. Jeff Jarrett gets in the ring and hits Sting with a guitar for the win! Brilliant! How are the guitars different? How is fake Sting's guitar so goddamn powerful that real Sting can just go, fuck it. But Jeff Jarrett hits him with the Slapnuts guitar and boom, dead, out cold. Explain. I can't. I just can't. -3 stars I've given this one. And that's generous. Because I was going to give it -4 stars, but when watching it back, when you're thinking about it, you know, there is the tiniest trace of comedy in the fact that there's 5 Stings. But answer me this. Let me ask you a question, yeah? What's wrong with going out there with Jeff Jarrett and Sting and putting on a standard wrestling match? They were trying so hard, WCW, to make Jeff Jarrett as the big bad heel, yeah? And they were just failing so badly, weren't they? Because they were doing shit like this that no one cared about, that no one has any right to care about. Why would I care that Jeff Jarrett had to hire 5 people to dress as Sting to beat Sting? Well, why should I believe that Jeff Jarrett is a good wrestler who can win matches on his own when he has to do shit like this? Why? Right, next. Booker T. defeats Scott Steiner in a crap match to retain the WCW Championship. Now think about this. Goldberg vs Kronik is advertised for this show. Now if this match is happening now, that means that's the main event. Just think about that for a second. So anyway, this one, what can we tell you about this one? Not a great deal, I'm afraid, because basically the whole thing with this match is basically every time Booker T gets one manoeuvre in, Steiner batters him. And of course, this being Scott Steiner, he hits a move and stalls and argues with the crowd. Stevie Ray, remember I told you, is doing commentary on the outside, so at one point Scott Steiner goes to the outside and starts arguing with Stevie Ray, which is nice. Stevie Ray is Booker T's brother, for everyone who doesn't know. I'm sure you all do, but you never know. So let's skip quite far down the match, shall we, where Midia gives Scott Steiner the foam-lead pipe of doom and clocks Booker T with it. He then instantly, oh god, things like this baffle me. They baffle me because the referee doesn't disqualify him for using the foam bat of doom. So, well, Scott Steiner, he doesn't go for a cover. Oh no, he whacks the ref. He takes out the ref. A second referee comes down and he gets suplexed. So, yes, this bit doesn't make any sense, I know, but hey, I didn't write it and I didn't fucking broadcast this. I'm just being the messenger. At the end of the day, yes, a third referee comes out and disqualifies Steiner. So it's alright for Scott Steiner to use the bat on Booker T and on a ref, but it takes 3 referees to get that result. Oh yes, Scott Steiner then goes absolutely apeshit and, well, takes out everyone, to be honest. He takes out various referees. He takes out Booker T a few more times. Jeff Jarrett, of all people, comes out and tries to reason with him to where Mark Madden says the immortal words, "Even Jeff Jarrett can't control him." Brilliant. Love it. So, of course, after all this, it means that we've got to get to the main event. Now, bear in mind, one thing I haven't mentioned so far is that all this show they've been teasing that Goldberg can't wrestle, because on Thunder, Goldberg had gone for the spear on one of the members of Kronik, missed and run into the ring post and bounced his head, even though it obviously hit his shoulder, but he on the ring post. So they've been saying, will Goldberg wrestle or won't he wrestle? Who knows? Who cares? Who knows? So Goldberg versus Kronik. And the first thing you notice going into this match is when you're watching this. Now bear in mind I downloaded this on a torrent. So I've got a little countdown because I'm watching this on VLC. And I noticed that when Goldberg gets into the ring, there is 4 minutes of this video left. And you're thinking to yourself, maybe this one gets cut off or something. Maybe there's a part missing from my torrent. Oh no. Goldberg basically goes like this. Goldberg gets owned for about a minute. He then spears Brian Clark through a table and pins him while he's in the prone position, where his shoulders are upright. Not on the mat, they're upright. Now granted, yeah, you can be technical and say that his shoulders are against the table, but come on, really? He then does the spear and the jackhammer to win. And that's your pay-per-view. Let's go through the ratings, shall we? Just because I'm nice. Star and a half. Dud. Star and a half. -1 star. -2 star. -4 stars. -1 star. Dud. -3. Dud and dud. Can you guess what I'm giving this one? I know, long-time viewers, you've heard me say this a lot. I said it at New Blood Rising. I said it at Starcade 99. Worst show I've ever seen. Worst, absolute worst. I mean, I gave New Blood Rising 1 out of 10. I give this a magical 0.5 out of 10. This is horrific. The only saving grace, this is the only thing, right? The saving grace from this show is that there's only 4, 5 WCW pay-per-views left, and then the company doesn't exist anymore. Hooray, everyone's happy. Putting on shit like this, they deserve to go out of business. And you've got to remember, in the month between Fall Brawl, which I reviewed last month, and this, yeah, Vince Russo, the god of booking, had booked himself to be the champion, and then vacated the champion, meaning, oh yes, that he's undefeated champion. Oh yes, think about that. Awful. Just horrifically awful. I hate it. I hate every second of this. It made me depressed. It made me angry. It made me got to the point where I physically cannot wait to watch No Mercy. I'm going to go and do it now? I'm going to do it right now. As soon as this is uploaded, I'm going to go and watch No Mercy. Just so I can watch something that is even good. Come on, Chris Benoit, Triple H, Angle versus Rock. This will be a good show. I'm certain of it. This, on the other hand, Halloween Havoc, avoid at all costs, unless you want a giggle, because you could take some comedy value away from Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. I have been Mark P. This has been 10 years ago. I would love to know what you think down here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Take it easy.